Today on the show, we're gonna do some slip-on rockers on this thing here. You'll see it. I got a phone call. I gotta go. Sorry. Well, humans, I'm not sure if you know what these things are called. Have I ever explained to you what these are called? These are long thingies that go on the bottom of those thingies that go, see that thing down there, right there? All the way across the bottom. Those are long thingies, okay? I'm gonna put them on that thingy and fix the thingy because it's got some stuff there going on. See that stuff right there? Trying to be technical and all. I don't want to use big words because you guys, some of you might be a little slow. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. Sometimes I do these videos because the customers just want to see their cars getting worked on by me. This looks kind of rusty. Yeah. There ain't a whole lot going on right there. Wow. Well, the inners feel solid, so that's good. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just start cutting this thing down here. Cut that thing right off. So children, when cutting out rust, cut out rust to, repair rust. Here's the rust I cut out. You see how it tapers off over at this end here? Over at this far end. I can't hold this and do this at the same time. Right here. The rust kind of goes away, okay, but there's still more rust where I cut it out. So, I'm showing you this, if I can do this. I had to go a little further. See how I went a little further? It's like, oh, until there's no more rust. And that's how you know when to stop, when you get cut till the rust is gone. Then you can make your panel and do what you gotta do. Otherwise, like that Honda Cross Tour I did last week, they never cut the rust out. They I think they might have cut a little piece out, maybe in the back corner of it, like the Cross Tour I had to fix, the purple one. I think they may have cut a tiny piece out there, but this was all rusted on the last car I did. You gotta cut it till the rust is gone. You can't just say, oh, it's a little blister here. No, because beyond that is all this, and it's just waiting to come out. So children, I hope you learned something today. Don't be a hack. Do it right the first time, okay? There's never a guarantee on rust, but if you get it all out of there, you'll last a lot longer than 2 months like happened to the other people. And they paid more, I think, than the job that I charged them for. And I went way beyond what the other place did. The other place just put a little skim coat of Bondo on it or putty or something. Oh yeah, grind down the little rust just coming out and that's it. They made a mess. I'm gonna shut up now. So on this rocker panel, it has a lip that goes over the top edge. That would be like the crown that goes over the top edge of that. I'm not doing these this way. I cut that part of it off just because of the way I'm doing these ones. It just works better for how I'm doing this particular rocker panel. I'm cutting it, I'm not using the lip over. I'm going under it and cutting that part of it off. See? Cut that part off. Gone. Don't judge me. So a little trick on this, because they only made partial rocker slip-ons. I'm going just under this edge so that I have a nice clean, I want a nice clean line. So I'm going just cut this so it fits underneath. But what I did is I sliced so that this piece slides into and wrap around the top of this. So I'm going to weld on the top here, but I slid it up underneath there. Little Timmy's tip for you there. So this is happened to not go up as high as, so I had to put a little piece in there. It didn't go up high enough. So I got this right against there. So I need this to go up just a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna trace my edge here, because this needs to come up just a little bit. So I'm gonna grind that off just a little bit right there where the mark is. I'll show you. See that mark is? I grind that so it'll fit up inside a little bit. Little Timmy's trick again. I'm gonna use this and just grind the top of it. I can't hold this and do this at the same time. I'm just gonna grind until I get to the right there on that edge, so that that line's still there. Grind it away with this. Hard to do. Just like that. See, so you can just barely see that now. See, so now it fits up there nice and perfect. I had to cut up there higher. See how this has like 1/4 inch and it kind of goes away. It goes rusted up into there. So, but there you go. That's how I did it. I'm gonna give a little instruction video anyways on this one. If I get my hand out of the way. So this, oops, that's where the edge of this panel is. So you'll see, I slid that into there, okay? So I'll put a little bit of primer, rust-proof primer there, but it's gonna fit underneath this, but slide in. See how I did that? So it kind of slides up and in. It gives me something to weld to. I always like to have something to weld to. Like this, I need to weld to that. I don't like to go butted up against like that. I don't like doing it like that because it just takes forever to weld. You want a little bit, something to structure to weld to. It's just way easier. So now what I'll do is I'll spray my rust-proofing stuff inside there and both sides, that and that, and then I'll weld it up. So what I've also done is there's a, see that hole? That's a plug that's so I can access this afterwards. That was already there. No one ever puts rust-proof in there. Why? I don't know, for the factory or anything. But anyways, my fluid film afterwards, I have a long rod. I'll show it to you. That'll go all the way in there and rust-proof. So this is, I put this on the end of this stuff, fluid film. So what it is, and that hole I just showed you is this long rod. Has this on the end of it. Snaps onto the fluid film. This on the other end of it. Okay, it sprays in a bunch of different directions. Put that on, stick it in that hole I showed you there, and it sprays all different directions, and you just spray it, pull it all the way out while you're spraying it. Nice rust proof. This is like a tutorial almost, this one here. So, alright, this is that quarter panel area where I wasn't quite tall enough, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna slide this up under here. I need to do something first. Hold on. Well, Tim, show us how you do that. We need to know how you do that. You got it. So what I do is I take a chisel and just peel that open just a little bit. The compressor just kicked on. Now it's getting loud. But anyways, just peel that open. Just kick it open a little bit. Then you just take this piece and slide it up in. Just like that. Okay, humans? Look at that. And just have it go where it needs to go. Okay? Well, you get the point. And I gotta make sure I got enough there. Yes, I do. There's my little patch I put in. Alright? Now I'm gonna weld that in. Around there. Back that in place. Spray my stuff in. Coat it all nicey like. Then I'll go back in afterwards and coat it again. I'm gonna get in those holes. I'm gonna get inside there too in a second. Hold on. Okay, now that I sprayed my stuff inside there, I can weld it all up. All nice and coated. You're like, Tim, you're gonna catch fire. No, I'm not. This is how I do it all the time. Now you might catch fire, but I don't. I'm gonna slide this up in there now. So I just tacked it just to hold it in place a little bit, okay? And I'll go in between these and then in between those and in between those so it's all welded up. I ground down all my welds, put some fiberglass on my welds, and then that's the first start. All right, put some primer on there. I jammed it inside there because I had to. The rust went up too far. And now I can just paint the rocker panels tomorrow. I've got my mask on. So what I did do, I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see this line right here? So I put some tape there. I should have showed you. And I put the primer on really, really thick and heavy to kind of match what's up there. So if you can see that. So I kind of put it on low pressure, really thick, just to kind of give it that texture. Things I try to do. And if you don't like the way I'm doing it, it'd be how not to. You'd be like, I wouldn't do it that way. But you do you, I'll do me. That's how this channel works. You don't need to see me painting it and fixing all the rest of it, do you? I've showed you guys that enough times. This was like a tutorial or whatever. What I'm doing on this car here is I'm outlining everything. I've already taped up the jams. Probably should have showed you how I do that. But anyways, I always tape up this seam on the door because when you spray clear here, sometimes it travels up and out and gets clear on your doors. So I always tape that up, okay? Just a little Timmy's tip for you. Okay, starting to put some color on. I'm gonna do a little blend right up top there. Right there, a little blend. I'm gonna reduce my clear in here and then I'll just buff it out and no one will ever see it. Okay, so that's getting there. First coat of color. Look at that, all nice and cleared. Now you gotta put it together now. Here we go. Coat the heck out of that thing. Oh, it's already dripping out. You guys see that? All right, let's say that's coated. Okay, you know I got enough in there because it's dripping out onto the floor. Came out of a drain hole. It's my blend where it ends. I'm just gonna rub that out. I don't even know if you can see it. It's hard to see. Hold on. That's not helping me. But anyways, it's right there. I'll rub that little blend out right there and call it a day. Can hardly see it though. Should be good. Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. Bye. Almost forgot to tell you, if you want to like, subscribe, and comment, you'll have to go somewhere else. As I tell my brother when I want him to leave my house, there's nothing left for you here.